I am back. I have not posted a video in quite a while, so I'm so excited to be back shooting videos for you all. And today I'm going to be talking about my Saavy Shae 6-point resume in preparation for my new ebook that's dropping next Saturday, 6/27/20, which is called Resume 911, Reviving Your Resume. I'm also going to be posting my very first resume session, and it's going to be held at around 12 o'clock, 12:30. Still working on the details on the time, but you can look for the information to be posted down below from this video on IGTV as well as on my regular Instagram channel. So tonight I want to just give you a little prelude of the Saavy Shae 6-point resume. So here we go. Number one, first thing that needs to be on your resume is an obvious one. It is your contact information and your name. So you're going to have your first name, middle initial, if you have one, last name, if you have junior or senior, if you are a professional with a PhD, EDD, MD, any handle like that, you want to put that on the end. Right underneath that, you want to have your telephone number, area code included, the number that you're actually going to answer, a professional email address, and the city and state where you live. Do not recommend you putting your full address on your resume. The second item that you're going to need is a career summary. So that's where you're going to replace the objective, hashtag no objectives, and you are going to indicate kind of a brief overview of who you are and what you do well, what you bring to the table right there underneath your name. You want to put that right at the top. The third thing you're going to need are your core competencies or your skills, or I like to refer to them as your areas of expertise. What are the 5, 10, 15 things, depending on how much space you're going to use, that you do very well, like problem solving, critical thinking, things of that nature. Right underneath that, I've added a section lately that I like called career highlights, where I take 3 to 5 things that typically are awards or things won and a lot of quantifiable information, meaning it has numbers, to highlight what it is that the client that I'm working with is doing very well, like being a visionary leader, like strategic planning, like award winner, things of that nature. And I give it just a short caption right there at the top, and I have that there. So when the recruiter first looks at the resume in 6 seconds, is why 6 points, they're going to get the name, the contact information, what they're bringing to the table, what they do well, and what they have achieved right there before we even get into the professional experience, which is the 5th section. So, of course, professional experience, it could be chronological based on how many years of experience that you have, or it could be functional where you're focused on what exactly you have done, like your leadership, education. If you worked in different facets like healthcare or something like that, you can group it in many different ways if it's functional. Or you can do like a combination where it's going to be chronological and functional together. So it just depends really on what your aim is and what the purpose of your resume is. And the 6th and the last section is going to be for your education. If you have been out of school for, I would say, more than 5 years. If you graduated less than 5 years ago, then I would move the education closer to the top and put the professional experience last, because it's very likely that you're going to have less experience to talk about, or experience that may not be relevant. For example, if you worked as a teenager and you were at the grocery store or fast food restaurant or retail or something like that, it may not be relevant to what you're doing. But you can also include internship work, project work, volunteer opportunities, things of that nature. Either you can group it with education because it's what you did while you were in school, or you can put it under professional experience. Or I give you a little extra tip. I like to put a section called supplemental experience underneath the professional experience if it's not really related, or if it's over 10 years old, or if that one little section is not as relevant as the others and it will make the resume go into a second page, and it can be 1 page or a 3rd page and it needs to be 2 pages. Then I just add that in just to showcase that, just in case the recruiter makes that connection. And not to leave it off so that the client feels like they have all of their information posted in the resume. So those are the 6 points of a Saavy Shae resume. You can order my new book, Resume 911, Revive Your Resume on payhip.com/Saavy Shae, starting June 27, 2020. And again, I will also be hosting my first class. It's going to cost between $1 and $5. Still working out those details too, but you'll be able to find that below as well. So just wanted to bring that little bit of information to you tonight. I hope you all have a great and safe Saturday evening. And remember, keep it savvy.